Bengal Genius time. What is going on? Lots of breaking news. We had to crack open another episode of the Bengal Genius Show, so thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Tell a friend. Okay, the big deal, the big news today, Jessie Bates signing a 1-year deal. And what does this mean? The minute Dax Hill was lighting it up, that meant that basically Jessie was losing any leverage play he could have. There has been a talks with the teams back and forth between the management for Bates as well as the team, so they were expecting him back in the camp, so it wasn't surprising. But this is very common this day and age where guys just want to skip out on training camp and everything. But I definitely think that the level of play that Dax Hill is measuring up to is definitely like he just has no leverage. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, see you later, Jessie. But there's a few different things that this could mean. This could mean a possible trade of Jessie Bates. If there was a team that was very hungry for a safety right now, I mean, who's a better candidate? And I think a veteran offensive tackle would be fantastic if we get that in a trade. Perhaps interior pass rush. Any weaknesses we may have currently, maybe we could work out a trade in that area, or they could team them up and make a super dynamic, flexible secondary, which obviously is going to be needed with this crazy schedule where there's just mad bombers coming from all over the land. So I say we keep them this year and let it play out, because I think we can win the Super Bowl this season, and you should hit it. The iron's hot. Take your shot. You're there, and we're right on the cusp of it. And we got to play all the big dogs. We got Mahomes and Allen and on it goes. So makes sense to have as much depth, superstar depth in the secondary as possible. And that makes that Cam Taylor-Britt injury all the more, it hurts. But hopefully he can make it back mid-season at some point. But regardless, there's going to be some kind of... It'll be interesting to see how the Bengals play that when it comes to Bates. So stay tuned there. But one thing you can guarantee is they're not going to reach a deal. So this is definitely going to be the last season Bates is in the Bengal uniform. And, it's how it goes. So on to the next issue here. T. Higgins didn't even make the top 100 on that NFL Top 100 Players show. And this, to me, is a little bit of an outrage because CeeDee Lamb made the list, okay? And I was looking at some numbers because I thought that was ridiculous. So he had 79 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. T. Higgins had 74 catches, 1,091 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And let's look at the playoff performances. You remember the playoffs, right? CD, he only had 1 catch for 21 yards, and of course it was 1 game. And T. Higgins, 18 receptions for 309 yards. Not to mention where he gave the old smackaroo to Ramsey for that big touchdown. He had 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. So how in the world could CeeDee Lamb be number 57 and T. Higgins is not even in the top 100? It makes 0 sense at all. I don't even know how they come up with this whole list, to be honest with you. But Burrow at 21 is a joke. I mean, the media just loves them some Josh Allen. They love him. So it all works out in the Bengals' favor because all these chips get stacked up on the shoulders, and it just, hey, we're going to show them how it's done in real time. And these kind of things are just fuel for the fire for these guys, and it's going to work out pretty good. Chase was a respectable 18, but and to say, if you're going to say Pat Mahomes is number 3, and then Joe Burrow beats him twice, both times coming back down 18, you can't really make him 21 now, can you? But whatever. I would really like to see what influences these votes because clearly they're not watching postseason play, or I don't know. I don't know how they're coming up with these. So Whatever, top 100, schmun100, who cares? Stud of the week, without a doubt for the Bengals, Clay Johnston. This guy went off the other night against the Giants. 20 tackles, and a sack. And you know, it's funny because I saw him last week playing against the first week one opponent, the Cardinals, and the dude was flying like a missile, coming out of nowhere, cracking on special teams. So he is going to make the team. It'll be interesting to see how much of an impact he has. But he's one of those guys that doesn't have the measurables, and this is something that scouts can never quite figure this one out. Is some guys are just football players. You guys know them. If you follow football, you know dudes who are just football players, and they don't have all the pretty measurables and, you know, in the underwear Olympics known as the scouting combine, they might not have the right measurements or whatever, but this dude can play football. He was a little bit injury-riddled in Baylor, and I believe he played for either the Rams. I think the Rams drafted him. He played for Carolina last year, so he just hasn't had much luck, but he is going to stick with this team. I fully expect him to stick around, and he's going to be a great addition, you know. Definitely some great depth. I got to find out what happened to Biaggi. I thought he was pretty good last year. He had some big plays. I'm not sure if he's hurt. I'm going to check into that. But I'm excited to see him come around. And another story that was interesting, Joe Burrow came out. I believe it's in the Sports Illustrated article. I know I'm picking up a copy, but I haven't been able to read it yet. But basically, that whole "why not us" angle that they did last year, he was not a fan of it, and I can understand why. You know, he's sick of this underdog stuff. My man's a top dog, and that is the killer mindset you need to have to be the best of the best. You know what I mean? You got to expect it, expect greatness, and demand it from the guys around you, and that's what he's trying to bring to this team. Not this whole fluky, why can't we do it? You know, but. I mean, I got the hype of it last year, but I do appreciate the fact that Joe Burrow's like saying, listen up, guys. This isn't a fluke. We're not a one, flash in the pan, organization, one lucky season. So that is just great news for the Bengals all around. And also, Ken Riley, another story. Ken Riley, as you know, congratulations, Ken Riley family. One step closer to the Honorable Hall of Fame, so that's great news. Basically, 80% of the voters have to vote him in, and he's a no-brainer because, with that many interceptions, we've hammered it, talked it up and down. So congratulations, but Kenny Anderson still deserves to be in that Hall of Fame, so don't give up, Bengal Jim. You keep rocking that out, man. Keep rocking and rolling. So Steelers and the Bengals are coming up in just it's less than 3 weeks, man. And it is going to be hyped up. I'm going to be there. The U.S. Gambler flying me in. So I'm going to be coming into Cincy Saturday night. Check out, where I might go is that Hot Shot Steakhouse there. With Jeff Ruby, huh? Give me one of those Burrow steaks. See what else they got. Maybe some Tim Crumry enchiladas. Some David Fulcher dip. Perhaps they got some Kenny Anderson rice pilaf. I don't even know. So I'm going to have to look forward to. So that's coming up. Man, I'm so excited. It's going to be just fantastic. I'm going to get another segment going on here. I'm going to reach out to other different fans. And I'm going to hook up some calls so we can get some call action going. But big things are coming. I'm fired up. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Spread the word. The Bengal genius, Cincinnati Bengals, are going to win the Super Bowl this year. So let's all get on board, man. Get on board. Toot, toot. We're going, baby. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Protect Joe. Hootie.
Y'all need to start tuning
Love you all.
to the YouTube channel, The Bengals Genius Show.